This podcast is brought to you by Infinite Resources, a local staffing agency connecting diverse job candidates in central Iowa companies.
Amplified.
Here we are again, another episode of Babylon Makes the Rules. Well, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Infinite Resources, LLC, and I wanted to holler out to Amplify DSM, who sponsors this show. I have a great guest today.
You trying not to laugh?
You know, this is going to be a unique conversation with, I call my good friend Savoy, better known as Donnell.
We in the building. Let's have great conversation.
Focus, 515 Focus. We're here today, and we're here to talk about some of the issues dealing with mental health here in the Des Moines metro area. And
Polk County area.
And Polk County area, because I know I looked at some of your services and really appreciate what you're doing. And I want you to just give us some insight first a little bit and tell us something about yourself and about your organization.
East Coast. I'm an East Coast kid. Man down, obviously. Mental health, I don't think for me, it's nothing new. Mm-hmm. You know, when it's just more in tune now, right? It's more out there, right? If we knew what we knew now when we were younger, mm-hmm. we would have been saying mental health because you understand the things you've seen and what you go through. So for us, it was always, how do you get back to that younger generation? You know what I mean? To get them to respond better than what we responded. And that's just always going to be the key for me.
Tell me a little something about your location and where you're located and when you started.
The main office is in Ankeny. So we started in 2015. Okay. Main office is in Ankeny. But obviously we're accredited by the state, so anywhere in Polk County, surrounding areas. Okay.
You know, because you came, I can say, by divine timing, because when your organization started, it started a little bit before the pandemic hit.
Right. We was 2015 when we started.
Okay. Yeah. And now what do you see after from your experience in these 10 years that you've been established, looking at where it was and looking at what happened during the pandemic and post-pandemic?
I mean, before the pandemic, I believe you just had a lot going on. I think during the pandemic, it got worse.
Yes. You
know, it gets harder. You're kind of trying to work on it by yourself. Mm-hmm. And from studies that show you that kids was getting hit the most, being stuck in a house that long, right? Yeah. And away from activities mm-hmm. and people. So that's, for me, it took a hit during the pandemic. It became worse. And then you're playing catch up. You're behind the eight ball. After the pandemic, you're behind the eight ball, right?
Yes.
And that's where we at now. We're behind the eight. We already was behind it. Now we further behind it. Yeah. So we're just playing catch up now and trying to get to everyone. And we're not reaching everyone. So we need to work on that just as a whole.
That's interesting because I know from my experience in working with other nonprofits in the past, in regards to especially young people.
Right.
And when I was with another agency,
right.
I was working as a deferred expulsion case manager. And from then, when the pandemic cracked out, we had to create an alternative school. Mm-hmm. And was dealing with kids in the deferred expulsion. So they were either there because they got in a physical confrontation mm-hmm. on campus, or there was weapons, or there was some type of drugs that was on campus. And these were some of the people that most of the schools didn't want to deal with. But yet there was a need for some mental health counseling to help.
Right. And so what do you, like when you saying that, are we talking about the school system and the kids, or what are we?
We're talking about the school system, but we can even separate the kids from the school, because the school is just a place where they can convene. But they convene outside the school. They're not in school all day.
Well, they're not even convening in school.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is. The average kids a school are missing classes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's something we got to work on. We have to start asking ourselves, why are the kids missing class, right?
Mm-hmm.
And from my experience, even stepping into the school, which we won't even step into it now, is that everybody want to have the right way, and if it's a strange way, it's not right no matter what, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of times you hear even school systems, we want people with lived experience. That I don't really think that's true. You understand what I'm saying?
Because clearly,
a person with lived experience is not going to think the way, a way of you who don't have it, and it seems like that's a tough crossroad for the school system.
Yeah.
And it's sad, because the only ones that are getting hurt is the youth.
Yeah.
And I can go deeper into that, but I won't, because of legal things.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm concerned with that, we have to work harder, and we have to create leaders. But getting rid of the kids isn't a way to correct the problem. And what I see now is, let's find a way to get them out to school, to put them over here in this program, that doesn't fix our youth.
Uh-huh.
I hate to use the word fix. That doesn't help our youth.
Yeah.
At all. That shows that we're actually giving up on them.
Yeah. I looked at it and I saw over and over again that looking at the social issues in our community,
right,
and from a historical perspective, I'm gonna go back here because
right,
just in regards to people of African descent that were born here in the U.S.
right.
After, I say 1865, when the 13th Amendment came about, that stated that blacks were free and became citizens in the society, none of those people had any mental health practitioners working with them coming out of what they went through. So I see a continuation of the same thing that has happened in the past, continuing and flowing just in cycle again, flipping over and over. And what I'm seeing, I'm really hoping for is for us to come with some type of services to come to the aid of our people, to help them come to understand that sometimes what they're going through is sometimes it's internal, and then a lot of times it's social.
Right. I mean, that's kind of what we try to work on with the youth.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And that's hard, because our people have to also understand that mental health is real.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to put your pride down and want help, or want to get your child help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to, I think they say you have to love the child more than you want to love yourself, right? Like if that kid needs it, you have to sit your pride down.
Yes.
And get the kid what he needs. So when we working with these kids, sometimes we see it, but we understand the parent, it's a brick wall there, right? My kid ain't this, my kid ain't that. To the point the kid, I'm not this, I'm not that. And they may truly need the help.
Yeah.
But we first and foremost, we have to get people that look like them in those fields.
Yeah.
Not preferably, but especially if they do have some lived experience
Yes.
and they overcame it and they're in that field.
Yeah.
Because that's just even better. But right now, if you ask minority kids, since you're saying minority, they don't see too many people in that field that looks like them around the board. For us, right?
Yeah, but my thing is, I got where you're coming from in the terminology, but I don't use minority
Right.
myself
I got
because
you.
we as a people are the global majority
Right.
of the planet, but in this state,
Right.
or in the United States, the number is smaller.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying is that looking at all of these young people coming up and going, and it's not just black children only, but it's
all children.
all children that's going through
Right.
going through issues, and it's because of some of the things that how the society is set up, and historically,
Right. It's been set up that way.
Yeah, it's been set up that way, and they run into it, and I know I have some younger adults
But we have to, as adults, we have to put something there to protect them, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I'm getting at.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
we haven't done that. That's
No.
what I'm saying. So when they're running into that wall, some of us been in these communities a long time.
Yes.
And we should already have something built there for them. You know what I mean? So that wall is, even if you're running into it, it's not as hard.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we haven't done that. If you look at the organizations, and I'm talking about black organizations,
nonprofits,
however you want to word it,
Uh-huh.
we never put a cushion there to soften the blow. You know what I mean? We never had enough in there to soften the blow for them. We had the complaints.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go back and you really analyze, let's say nonprofits then, analyze certain things, you will realize that certain things could have been there to soften it. But if you're not working as one,
Yeah.
it's never going to be built to soften it.
That's what I like about your organization, because you're set to help that. You're set to combat some of these social issues that are facing our youth, and they're institutional
Right.
problems that the society has, and these kids trying to figure a way, how can I meander my way through this?
But again, you're talking to someone with lived experience.
Yeah.
Compared to if you're talking to someone with not lived experience.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You got the book, and that's great. I'm happy. I want my kids to get the book and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you don't have this, I always tell people, because I get into it with some people with degrees, I'm happy because they look at you as less than.
Yeah, some
You
of them
don't have
do.
a degree.
Yeah.
But why is the kid gravitating to you more? We got a degree.
Yeah.
Because that kid understands. They can see through things.
You
They can
know,
feel things.
I got you, man, because I know when I was with this other organization, I'm not calling the organization's name, we used to go into North High School.
Okay.
And we had breakfast, going to breakfast with the kids and have breakfast and meet them in the morning, and we tried to be consistent and do it on every Wednesday. We would be there, and the
Consistency
kids
is always the most important thing.
Yeah, and then the thing was, they had all these business people coming in who never had done nothing, but all I have been Mr. Goody Two Shoes all my life, or Mrs. Goody Two Shoes, and then I contacted some other guys that were coming out of re-entering into society, and then they come in and start talking to the kids, and some of the kids would float to them. Yeah. Because they knew that they were speaking real to them.
It's a place for us all. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't step on the basketball court and be a guard in every position. Mm-hmm. So even though you got the degree, even if you goody two shoes, it's somewhere we're gonna connect these dots.
Yeah.
But first we got to get them from where they at.
Yeah.
And uplift them and bring them to where they need to be. Then maybe we can start shifting them off to who they need.
Yeah.
So to me, it's who's that first person that's going to get them to believe. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That point of contact.
You gotta trust. Trust is everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But again, when you're talking about community, trust is hard when organizations don't trust each other.
Oh, well, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's easy for everybody to say, y'all all got to align. I tell a person quick, if I don't align with you, I'm not working with you. If I don't trust you, I'm not working with you. That's not going to change with me.
No. I got
Why would I work with someone I don't trust?
It doesn't make sense.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all. So, we have to conquer that. How can we work together knowing that friction is there or whatever, but we still, because if it's about the kids, doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. It should be about the kids. Remind you, in the Des Moines, I stepped to the table around the time it starts right here shooting. So we was working with families already, but I never put myself at a table until the starts right here shooting. And when I put myself at a table, then I start seeing the organizations, and I'm like, okay, you know. And then it was like, you want to help everybody, because can't nobody say I never reached out to help them. That would be a lie. But then I had to ask myself, how much am I going to keep showing people love and it's not reciprocated?
Yeah.
Before I got to step away from it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's not profitable to continue to do something that you know that's not working.
No, and I'm always be for the kids first. I'm not a bought person. You can't buy me. I'm going to be for the kids regardless of whatever it is, and that's just how it's going to be for me.
Okay, so when you started your organization, what was I can envision your mission, but I wondered, what is your mission statement really? It's all
For
about
my mission, and I'm gonna say it for me.
Yeah.
My mission is always going to be to help save youths. Like a lot of times we get caught up with this group. I've seen every youth suffer.
Yeah. All groups.
Every youth.
Yeah.
Bullying don't discriminate. Right?
Not at all.
Mental health don't discriminate. A stray bullet don't discriminate.
Not at all.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't discriminate. If you need the help, and we're going to help you. I don't get into all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if you over here with a gunshot wound and he over here with a scratch, I'm gonna attend to the gunshot wound.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that's how it should be.
Priority.
Right. But for me, it's again always going to be, because that is the future. We say it loosely, but they are the future. They're going to be taking care of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who are we raising to take care of us?
But now you're preaching.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Think about
that's why I'm looking at some of these programs that some of these other organizations they have with these apprenticeship programs, like with healthcare and people. Like there's one program they got at Broad Lawn. They got young people coming in early, and you need a new.
And I know what program you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know what program you're talking about.
Yeah, we need new faces. We need young people because.
But again. That's the caveat, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I want to hold on so long, and I said this because I have younger kids under me, and people would be like, "Well, he's so." Well, Jamil would be one of them. Caleb, Juju, my son. So hopefully Sadal come out, my other son. But they're too young. No, they're not. What happens is people get so old because they want to hold on to it so long that it grows like some of the churches. You don't got no young kids in there. You're growing old, you will shut down.
You're not going to have a church.
So if I'm training you, I should be very, very impressed on who I train. I should really believe in who I'm training to replace me. The only how I would stay if I'm get that old is if I don't believe what I gave you or I didn't give you nothing.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
And all that time, yeah.
But nothing changes if nothing changes.
Yeah.
So we sit here in the community and we complain. We'll complain that this, and this, and this. But reality is what changed at the top? Think about that. People been in place for 20 years. Things haven't gotten better. But new ideals has never been brought to light unless they were stolen. And if God didn't give you the ideal, it's not going to work for you. It works with who God gave the ideal to.
You know, I saw you had that mental health crisis, mobile crisis unit.
Right. That's our mobile crisis team.
Your mobile crisis.
Youth
mobile crisis, and that's beautiful because I remember during the pandemic when I was at that other organization at the time, they were looking for that River Bend area community. They were nervous about all what was going on in the area, and we was looking at what happened with George Floyd issue and all these other things. And they was looking for some outlet or something else they could do instead of having police just coming to it issue. And I dug up some information online and saw what Denver was doing.
Right.
Denver, Colorado. They had some program where they would have mobile crisis unit to come in instead of having the police to come in and have somebody who was a clinician who could talk to somebody.
I think it's good to have that, but also with the understanding that if if a person could bring harm to someone of themselves, then you're gonna have to bring the police in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely you have to bring them in. But other than that, no, you go out and we can make the assessment.
Mm-hmm.
We have partners. We have great partners that we can work with and get it together. Again, and we serve a lot. Story County, Polk County. Like, we're gonna serve the counties we need to serve as we have to, right? It's great to have because it do work. Like, we work with a lot of youth, so it does work. The biggest thing for us is, again, and that's what we're working on now, and I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, I got
because if
you.
I learned anything, I learned people steal.
Yeah, yeah. Keep it to yourself, brother.
So we're trying to work on that heavy to where we can help them even more. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We can help them even more. I think we'll be there. I've been sitting down with everybody, right? And like I told one person, I'm a proud black man. But I'm not a dumb black man. I'm a proud black man, not dumb. Because some of your own people will look at you and want you to hate somebody else.
Yeah.
And I had to tell them, yo, who helped me? In our community, you tell me one person who reached out and helped me or focus. That's my color.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Keep it 100 here.
Yeah, I got you.
Right?
Well, hey.
You can't tell me one person, but I can tell you everybody who, hey, Savoy, and I'm there.
Uh-huh.
So you can't ask me to hate some other people, or maybe not hate, maybe not like,
Dislike.
maybe our people. I don't think nobody in the world gonna be more for their people than me. But I'm also for people in general.
Yeah.
And so, as I told him, I watch my own people steal from me.
Yeah.
I watch my own people lie on me. What are we really talking about here?
Yeah.
And it was only because of money.
Ooh-wee.
And the people who have helped me, it's not my people. They're my humans, they're God's kids, everybody.
Yeah.
But they wasn't my skin color. So when you sit me down barking, I don't want to hear that shit.
Oh, man.
Because you're going to have to explain to me why we not giving 110% to the communities then. I'm not one that's about to just get along with the get along gang because y'all been here a long time or y'all in certain positions. I'm the one that's going to say, how did you help?
I remember it was a woman named Mary Marble. She wrote a book entitled White Philanthropy.
Right.
And in essence, she said it was just white philanthropy is basically set in place to maintain the status quo. And after I read that article, that book, I wrote an article called White Philanthropy and the Crabs in the Bucket Syndrome. Yeah. And I focused on nonprofits, and I'm gonna say it in the 501c3. I mean, I'm gonna have to read that 50314 zip code.
I'm gonna have to read it.
Yeah, because that one area, that zip code is inundated with nonprofits, and the community.
And I think
is poor.
Right. I get it. And like I said, I don't think. I never wanted to lose myself. Like I didn't want to come in, and become something different. You see, I'm a street kid. I lived experience. I became what I hated when I was growing up.
Okay.
My mom was on drugs and shit. I hated drugs, but I sold them. I became what I hated. So when I stepped into the nonprofit world, and I'm used to this world as a kid growing up, I did not want to become what I don't want to become. So some came in, to give you a better understanding, some people I respect the way they came in as a nonprofit. I don't respect them no more as they're going out.
I got you.
Because I understood the change that they made. They made choices that wasn't, to me, and I only can speak for me, that wasn't beneficial to our community.
Yeah, because they make more focused on themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I see that. I see where
and
you're
it's hard
from.
because I sat down with certain people who would not even fund me, but they would bring up past people that got over on them. Not even, I'm looking like, what?
Yeah.
Was I even born when that happened, lady? You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, but I get it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes their bullshit becomes your bullshit down the line.
Yeah.
I don't want that for my team. I don't want that for the community. And I'm not going to sit here and I want everybody to succeed.
I see that you are at a major advantage in comparison to some of the other nonprofits in this area, because the ones that I was speaking about in that 501c, not 501c3, that 50314 zip code, they've been there for a long time. A lot of them, been there 20 years or longer, most of them, and the community changed somewhat, but most of that change has come because of gentrification and people moving into there. But with you and your organization, Ankeny is a more business-minded suburb that has a lot of business and
Ankeny needed us
revenue.
because Ankeny was growing, it was changing. So Ankeny, we needed to be Ankeny, we needed to be Indianola, we needed to be like these places we are at. In Des Moines, the most, because obviously there's more people, there's more stuff going on. So Des Moines the most. So for the organizations, and I know quite a few of them, I wish them all success, and I will work with a few. Few I won't work with. I wish everybody success, but I understand if I don't align with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what's your alignment? For me, it has to benefit the kid. It just has to benefit the kid. And I come in, no matter, like everyone I sat down with, we tend to bump heads that look like me. Because I'm coming at it from a whole different perspective than they are. I'm coming at it for the little kid who didn't have food in his home, who had to put milk on a fire escape to keep it cold because the electric was off. You see what I mean? I'm coming at it from the kid who mom had needles in her arms, dad is in prison. You know what I mean? So I'm coming at it from that angle. And that's what I mean when I say I became what I hated. I hated that stuff. But I became it because you are a product of your environment if you don't escape it. So for me is, how do we create it so they're not a product of the environment, but understanding they still got to go home. We don't have nothing to protect the children from when they go home.
Yeah.
So if I'm going home and my brother's out here gangbanging, you can be with me for 8 hours, but I'm going home.
Till gangbanging home.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or whatever the situation may be at home. That's just an example I use. Yeah. So when you say save our kids, it's deep. Yeah. Because it goes deeper than that. And for me, it's always, how come we have to do better as the organizations to put something in place and be able to stabilize it. Now, usually it's the funding part, right? But I'm looking at, okay, who been funded, why they been funded, how they been funded, how much they been funded, and could have something been done. Yeah. Right? Because we all have our little things we're doing.
Little niches.
Right. We all have that, but what is major? Yeah. That we seeing some success amongst our kids. I've been in the schools and we seen kids getting suspended for 10 days running down the hallway. What is that? What is that fixing?
Nothing.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely nothing.
What is that fixing? So that's the part that hurt me, because I'm watching our kids suffer. Not just with gangs, I'm watching the girls. I mean, they're starting to be up there with the boys now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
roughing them up and
how
shooting them up and doing whatever.
Right, we got our work cut out, but we have to start with them. My mom was 14, I think, when she had me. So you babies having babies. Yeah, and that's been going on.
I got you. There's nothing new under the sun there.
You know, it's really stepping back and putting that leadership into the kids and saying this is how it should, but making them believe as well.
I want to ask you, since you said that, because what was your transformational?
As far as what?
When you were saying, in a sense, that you was doing what you was doing, but now you're doing to help these children.
I mean, this has always been me. Right? Yeah. This has always been me. But if you put a child in a place where they gotta survive, they're gonna do what they gotta do to survive.
What was that magic moment? That's what I'm saying. That said, now Savoy, I'm standing there on the sideline, but now I'm gonna get off the sideline and get busy. But even I'm talking about opening up your business.
Right. But okay, so even when I was in the streets doing what I was doing, I used to we used to have big cookouts. People didn't know it was coming from me.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing the wrong thing, but I still wanted to help. So have a cookout, get the kids stuff. It's coming from a church or whoever else, right?
Yeah.
Not from me, but it's from me. But
I got you.
So that part always been there, that giving part, because I'm a product of that. You know,
Okay.
back home we had Scope, Culture Center, Tin Can. So we had things that I've seen all my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we had those things. For me, it was one, my grandmother who did a lot with raising me. You know what I mean? And I remember when she was sick and dying, her thing was, she told me, I need to, if I'm gonna leave, I want to know that you're doing good. I wouldn't leave right now and be happy or comfortable because I know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That played a part. And the hardest thing I did was leave home. But the best thing I did was leave home. Because, you don't want to leave home. You have kids, you have family. And it's like, okay, how do I maneuver this and do the right thing? And man, you just wake up one day, it's like it all comes together, right? I pray constantly, 10 times a day probably.
Okay.
But, you wake up and you say, okay, here's the plan, here's the vision. You know what I mean? And I can't explain that. That's something that God put in.
That light bulb lit up.
Right.
So
right.
now it's time.
Right. And again, it's dangerous for me because I challenge things that most people don't want to challenge. And I get calls in the middle of the night, you all right, man? I'm worried about your safety. Because they, and it be my own people. They be scared at your own people because you're challenging them to do right. You're challenging them to do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also challenge me. I'm not perfect.
No.
Only difference with me, if I screw up, I'm going to say, yo, man, I
screwed up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I messed up.
Well,
and I'm okay with saying it. But I'm going to always put myself around to positive people. I don't want no negative energy. And I've seen organizations who say they want to help, who don't help. And I'm going to say, as of 3 weeks ago, I told my team, we're going to be losing some people in organizations that we work with. We won't partner with them no more. Because I've been there enough now to see who truly want to help and who don't. And some of the so-called powerful organizations don't want to help. Yeah, I can see they don't want to help.
It's obvious.
You know what I mean? I can see people around us and or other organizations who don't want to help. So I don't want to be in that, man. Like what does they say? What good is it to conquer the world and lose your soul?
Yeah.
You can't take the money with you
when you
leave.
What profit a man to gain the whole world and lose himself?
So think about that.
Yeah.
And so when I'm looking at it, it hurts. It hurts because I'm watching my people. I'm seeing we're doing what people expected us to do. Yeah. What we're doing, they was waiting for us to do it anyway.
Well, because all of us were educated in a colonial with a colonial mindset, and we're going to do what the system has taught us to do, most of people. Because you'll see people that say, well, this is how it is, and I'm not going to buff it. I'm going to shut up and just follow, just like the dumb sheep following the shepherd, you know? And then there's some that's going to say, Well,
see, but ask yourself, you've been longer than me.
Yeah.
If you was to sit here right now and think about, and just in our communities, take everybody else out, because that's our focus right now, right? Who would you say that genuinely helped? Genuinely helped, like didn't change from when they came in to now that genuinely helped. And sometimes it forces you to change if you're not strong enough. I understand. Yeah. Because you on survival mode.
Yeah, and the thing about it too, people through life you transform too. You constantly growing, and I know I'm one of the same person I was when I was 19 in college. Right. Or 20. You know, now I'm 65 this September. So I know I'm not that same person there, but I grew into someone else and became positive. Okay. Positively, and there was some negative things in my life in and out throughout life, but
that's how it go.
But you try to filter that out.
But you can see the growth.
Yeah.
And loved ones can see when you change, because loved ones see the growth. When you change, because certain friends will look at you and fall back from you. Or you think he better, or you weak now. Or you get a lot of stuff that people going to say when you start growing. But to me, it's more of like what you eat don't make me shit. Like, nothing you say is going to affect me.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what it is. It's not going to affect me. I only want to see where we can help the youth. And when I say youth, all youth. To me, it's all youth.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching this, man. We're pulling up on the scenes. We're having these serious conversations with youth. See, our people, even when I said, I got a message when I sat with Paul Pate. Why you sitting with them? Why not? You think our kids ain't getting sex trafficking?
Yeah.
Our kids is getting the same thing. Y'all don't think that? And so, but that's the mindset we have to change.
You know what? Just sitting here talking to you, I don't know why Whitney Houston jumped up in my mind.
Whitney Houston
with her singing ass.
That's crazy because I was there. I was there when she got the key.
You
to
remember that song? She said, "I believe the children are the future."
He about to sing it here.
Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Yo, record this. We gonna get some hits.
Show them all the beauty they possess inside. That's what I see your program as. You trying to show them who they are.
Yeah, but remember, I remember, I think it was Degan who I used to talk to in Ankeny, good girl. And I said, Degan, what do you want to do? And she said, I want to be the person I needed when I was younger. And that stuck to me. And I was like, I've been doing that all along.
Yeah.
But I never heard it said. And when she said it, I'm
came
like,
out the mouth.
Right. I was like, damn, that's true. That's where the success lies.
Yeah.
Be who you needed when you were younger.
Yeah.
And so you see me doing that. And I know, and I tell people all the time, I wasn't the perfect father, perfect brother, perfect son. There's no such thing as perfection.
No.
Right? I have to take it from where it's at and grow from it. You know what I mean? But I have more time behind me than I do in front of me. So I'm not going to waste what I have left on anything.
Now you're preaching to the choir.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you, bro.
I don't want to do that. And if that means I'm going to bump heads with someone that look like me, then I'm going to bump heads with you. Because if my goal is to help kids and your goal is whatever your goal is, and we don't align, then obviously we're not going to work together. So I see the knives in my but I'm built for that, man. I'm built. God put armor around me a long time ago, so keep stabbing and I'm going to be all right.
Just could you give me a list of some of your programs that you have there?
Well, we you got to remember, focus is two different sides. So we have the focus side where we mentor. We have the career readiness program. You know what I mean? We have the program where we work with kids if they want to be officers. Remember, we always complain. And I say, well, stop complaining and let's tell our kids they can be officers, doctors, mental health workers, firemen. Like, that's the stuff we have to. So we started implementing those things. Like, our kids we're not teaching our kids they can do that stuff.
I noticed because when I used to teach at Hawkeye Community College for a couple of years, and I was teaching criminal justice. Okay. And most of the students would say, I don't know if I'm doing criminal justice, I got to be a police officer. No, I said, no, you don't. You can be a EMS worker. You can be a firefighter. You can do
whatever your dream is.
Things,
whatever your dream is.
Yeah,
be that.
Yeah, and that's why I would enlighten them to that, because it's just showing you how that particular branch of the public system operates.
Right, but even with our people. My dad, I didn't even know the man until a teenager. And then he was being in prison. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a lot of kids' fathers.
Yeah.
Right? So I remember I was in a relationship and she was so used to her mom and dad holding hands and all that. I never seen that. And I had to leave her alone because I can't give you
what your mom and dad did.
I can't give you that. And she didn't understand it, but I understood because I never seen that. So my affection and love was going to be way different than hers. Yeah. And it's not her fault.
No.
We were raised two different ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you start noticing stuff like that as you grow and as you become more of a man, and that's like, whoa. You know what I mean? I was sitting down thinking, when did I see my mom hold somebody? When did I see her kiss her? And you start realizing, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it gets
Well, it's
uncomfortable.
because you didn't experience it.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people see us a certain way and not understanding. If you don't know what you don't know.
Well, you know what? I hear a lot of people talk about, oh, yeah, I know Negus. I know Negus. Yeah, everybody know him.
Yeah.
No, you see me.
Right.
You don't know me.
Right.
Because you see me in the community or see me somewhere. And
the communities are beautiful.
Yeah.
Like we have beautiful communities.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. It's really, what can we do to better it? Our youth is experiencing even more stuff now, right? So how do we teach them you don't need guns? How do we teach them you don't need to pop some Percocets to feel good? How do we teach the young ladies that y'all queens?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How do we implement this into our kids, right? And implement it in a way where when they go home, they can still hold their head high no matter what they may see at home. And home isn't always the problem. So I don't want people to think that. No. But I'm just saying, because most kids we speak to is when we go home, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's hard because home might not match what we're teaching them.
Yeah.
And you got to put everything in them to say, when you go home, you're still this person.
Well, that just shows you that even a kid could have both parents in the home and be upper crust and all the rest of that, and still be just as wretched as they can be.
Well, like I tell them, man, you got to teach leadership. If not, you're gonna follow.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
if you don't lead, you're gonna follow.
That's fact.
So which one you on right now? And right now we're losing kids, be it to the streets, be it to being locked up, be it to the substance abuse. We're just losing kids, and it's like we have to come together and figure out this. Even though I might not align with Negus in my mind, we should align with working with these kids
and helping them,
right?
Yeah.
And that's how you have to look at it, because I've seen a lot of people put a lot of things together, and a lot of things that went nowhere that was put together.
Man, I looked at, when I was dealing with that old agency, I was doing some research because I was studying to get this doctorate,
right? And
then when I did, I looked at some articles in relations to the school to prison pipeline.
Jesus,
and
that's
okay,
full speed ahead.
And there was one meta-analysis that was done. I think it was a 20 year long study, right? And they showed in the Midwest they had the highest increase of populations of young black males going through the school to prison pipeline.
I can see it,
and then the Midwest is higher than anywhere else in the country.
Right, but we don't have anything there for them. The answer to that is kick them out of school. Put them in this alternative. Put them wherever you got to put them to get them out of here. And so we're not helping them. And it's hard, though, because what program can we put in the schools that's going to be catered and directed to them? Because the program you put in there might not look like the script that's given to you over here. But these kids don't look like the kids.
No.
It's different now.
Well, in a sense, it seems like there need to be an alternative.
I think right now I think we learn from everything, right?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that as far as DMPS goes, that I'm hoping everyone learned, right?
Yeah.
Even myself. And what I had to experience, I've learned. And I think for most importantly, in my case, sometimes you gotta learn when to walk away. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta learn when to walk away. I think that we all learn. I think that starts right here. I think that program will excel now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of lessons was learned.
Yeah.
And as long as those lessons are learned, it's a blessing now.
Yeah.
Because now you can really implement those things you need to implement, right? So even with starts right here, and obviously I keep that stuff in my prayer.
Yeah.
But I think you're gonna see growth, because I think you learn from lessons, like, and I think that's gonna be a lesson learned. That's gonna be a blessing to the community, I believe.
Yeah. I know I saw Brother Will the other day and shouted out at him, say hello to him. Yeah, but no, he has the funding. He has
Right.
he has all the backing.
Right. Well, he just
But
got
they
to
do-
do what he think is best
Yeah.
for his program.
Yeah.
I don't go into the funding too much because at the end of the day, what God has for you, you'll
It's
get.
coming.
You can't stop what God has for you. So bless him if he got the funding and he's focused on. I just believe it's a lot of lessons learned there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, he had, you know, the passion is there.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we have the passion and we got to get hit in our head. I had to get hit in my head a few times.
Mhm.
But you learn from that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you learn, then you build in a way different from before and better.
Yeah.
And so I think that's going to work out.
Yeah.
I think that's going to work out now. I just think the schools have to figure out putting the right people in the right places for the kids. Don't throw them away, but put them in the right places with the right mentors, with the right people. You know what I mean? You can still keep them in school.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
You put the right people there, they're going to be all right.
Yes.
They're
I
going to be
believe
all
that
right.
as well.
I remember the school told me, they said to me, we working with the kids and they wanted me to promise that I can give them a damn near 100% rating of showing up. I said, I'm a program that come in here for an hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
It's your job to get them to show up.
Mm-hmm.
And she said to me, well, they show up for you. We got to figure out what we're doing. I'm not an easy person with those kids. I hold them accountable. Just can't do what you want to do.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? If so,
Yeah.
not in here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because they know who they're dealing with.
Right. Right. And
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Uh-huh.
Like I really believe in you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pour everything into you to show you I believe in you.
Man.
Sometimes we get what we put in. If
brother.
you don't put it in, you ain't gonna get it back.
I got you. Because I know from experience what you're talking about. Because, like you said, that consistency with those young people.
That hurts me, though, because
and being real with them.
consistency is like one of the most whether even if they don't agree with you that much, if they see you enough, you're showing them that you believe.
That you care.
Exactly. And so, and that's why when I sit down with people, when they start this, and listen, man,
Man.
I can't tell you a person that looked like me that helped me.
That's sad.
Even when they knew you needed help or this or that. It's not sad. I think it's lesson. I think everything is a lesson. I can't be them. So I'm still going, I did my part, reaching out, doing my part to help. But a lot of times you sit in these rooms and they start talking this color stuff, right? This person, that person, this color. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I just want to help kids. And I'm never going to look at someone different that helped me. Because reality is they don't have to help me. See, the difference with helping me is when somebody helped me, and my mentor told me this, they know what they're getting. I don't care what color it is. If they help you, they know what they're getting.
Yeah.
Because you kind of an open book.
Yeah, but this society make all this color stuff because that's
Negus, I never said.
this nation was built
I never
on that.
sat with a group of white people, and I understand that part. Trust me, just the Muslim background in me. But I never sat with a group of white people, Latin people, or Asian people, and I sat with them, right? And I sit with my people. Do you know how much we fight at a table? They fight too, but we fight. Bro, we fight. You would not think we love each other. You would not think we care about each other. But we the same ones going to these kids asking them to stop shooting each other, stop beating each other up.
And we fighting each other.
They looking at us fight each other.
Yeah, well, that's
They're
it.
watching us fight each other. They watching us, whether it's with words,
Yeah,
whether it's with weapons.
yeah,
Word is a weapon.
yeah. It is.
They're watching us.
Yeah,
You understand that?
absolutely.
They're watching us. You can't. That hurts. So, bro, that hurts bad because it's like, damn, what are we teaching them? Even me. I told you I seen a lot. My eyes seen a lot when I was a baby. Coming up, a lot stuff I shouldn't have seen. I had to become a man before my time. These kids are going through the same thing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
easy for a kid to hurt you. Negus, I would have hurt somebody. If you don't know what love is, if you don't know that what love is or affection, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can kill you.
Man.
Because it's not there.
I remember one kid came over from East High School, and he was introvert. He was just all into himself and quiet off from everybody. Brilliant. Smart as a whip. And he was talking about he was tired of some of the work that is they was giving him because it was boring and it was a science class. And I brought a book that my uncle wrote on the universe, because he wrote this book for NASA about 5 years ago. And the kid saw that book. He said, Dr. Negus, can I take that home and read it? I said, sure, just bring it back. He said, I promise I'll, I would
have kept it.
No, he didn't.
I said I would have.
I felt this kid.
Right.
And he was all inside, and he was just to himself. Everybody else was wild and out, and this dude was just like a hermit.
Right.
He went home and read that book. He brought that book back to me in about 2 days. He said, that book was interesting. He said, I'm glad you gave it to me. I said, well, thank you for bringing it back, so. And you know what he told me?
What?
He said, I needed that book. I said, why? He said, because that day I thought I was going to commit suicide and take my life. He said, but you've
been there and
he
done
said,
that.
but you hand that book to me.
Changed it.
And it gave me something to do.
Because you never know what somebody...
And take my mind off of what I was getting ready to do.
But you don't never know what somebody else going through.
That's what I'm saying. And here's these other people, these big-time professionals and clinicians and all of these folks who know all of this shit, and this kid just needed somebody to talk to.
Well, every kid is different.
Yeah.
Right? Every kid is different. Every kid is different. I don't think like I said, I believe most people care and want to help. It's just how do you care and help? You know what I mean? How do we do it where it's continuum care, where we all are caring for all the kids? We ain't gonna save everybody. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? For us in our community, we have work to do.
Okay.
Because we cannot keep... I don't look for people that's not in our community to understand our community. We're asking people who's not in it to understand it. And then we asking them for money on the other, both, we asking for both things. We should understand our community enough to know what we need to put in it, what we need to build, and how we need to help.
I want to ask you this, because I know we're about to close up here in a little bit. How can someone send funds to support your organization? Not just financial, but even if it's in kind.
They can reach out to us, 515-FOCUS with 2 S's, gmail.com. Get on Facebook, Focus INC. It'll pop up for them. It'll pop up for them. And we always doing things in the community, giving back. So however they want to do it. Like I said, because I know we had spoke about the nonprofit since we're a nonprofit. Our thing is and always will be to uplift the communities with the focus on the youth, right? That's never going to change with us. But as the communities, and this is me speaking now freely, the community has to respond. Right? You can't just keep asking organizations respond. The communities have to respond. Because a lot of times they think organizations getting all this money and we're not. Right? They should be helping us. They getting all this. It's not like that. You know what I mean?
Those funds are allocated for a particular purpose and for a certain thing.
And a lot of times it goes to who the people want it to go to. Besides that, for the communities though, how bad do you want your community to improve is the question you have to start asking yourself. How bad do you want your community to improve? Because a lot of us is in the community. We know who's doing what. Let's be realistic. We know who's doing what. It just doesn't affect us until it hits home, right? The kid can be out here selling drugs, shooting, whatever the case may be. It doesn't affect you until it hits home. You could be in that same community or now your kid may get shot, or this person OD. Now you mad, right? Preventative wise, you have to be able to in your own community, but it's hard, Negus. If me and you in the same community, and my son is over here beating people up and wilding out, me and you friends. Is that something you really want to do? Hey, man, your son. But until we somehow conquer that, our kids are going to be dying. Because reality is, in the communities that we're in, we know who's doing what.
Yeah. Yeah. With all the super surveillance to this day now, man,
we know.
Ain't nobody doing nothing in secret.
Take the super surveillance out.
Yeah,
we know as
we know.
the people what's going on in our own communities. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
We know what's going on in our own communities. We should be able to sit down with communities. We got to combat this. If it's your grandson, your son, or whatever, how do we combat this? Because he's tearing up everything, or she tearing up everything, or they tearing up everything. We can't keep blaming, people that's not in the community.
Others.
They're not in the community.
No.
We are.
Yeah.
Now, we can say you need to help us more here and here, but if I come and say, Negus, I'm going to help you with this amount, then you should be able to show me, well, hey, I'm going to build this center here that's in the community. Or I'm going to take this apartment in the community and turn it into a center.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, housing program or something.
Get with the apartment complex, man.
Yeah.
You know this is rough out here.
Yeah.
Let me turn the apartment into a little center where we can work with the kids, and it's in the community, and it's apartment in the community. It's be creative.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because housing is so.
Well, again.
Just for an example, because I know I'm looking at kids, man, coming, didn't have a home. Didn't know where they was going to sleep,
but
had to go to school in the morning.
We had that.
How in the hell I'm going to school and I don't know where I'm sleeping or if I got any food to eat?
Right, but we have that. We have that. But what I'm getting at is some of these communities. Let's say if it's community with apartments or whatever. If I'm a landlord or whatever the case, and I want to help the community, and I know you over there, you got programs, you working with kids, whatever. Man, turn this apartment into a little office for yourself. You know what I mean? Where the kids can come in here, you can work with them and talk to them and do it right out of the apartment, right where they from even. I think Oak Ridge got it made because their stuff is built in. So that's great, right? But for other places, they might not have that. So why not open up an apartment, fund that apartment to an organization or a person that's already on that side of town?
Since you said Oak Ridge, I had to let you know, man, I was a original Oak Ridge kid.
Oh, yeah?
My mother and father divorced in '68.
Yeah.
We moved from Texas and came up here to Des Moines. And Oak Ridge opened up in 1969, and my brothers and sisters, we were some of the first families that moved in Oak Ridge.
I think we got enough apartments and stuff like that where kids you should partner up with the landlord. Hey, man, we know these kids so let me get this. And you might have a gaming room in there for the younger kids. You might have a place where you're doing job readiness programs in the apartment, the apartment that you're renting.
Close to them.
Because you're just renting it.
Yeah.
Right. But it's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's there.
To make it accessible.
That's what I'm saying. Make it accessible. It's already there. But sometimes we don't think like that. But as communities, quite frankly, we've been failing ourselves. Yes, we've been getting the bad end of the stick.
But if we stay inside and think inside that box and stay inside that box, that's what you get.
That's where you're going to be, inside that box.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have to be more focused on the uplifting part and the leadership part. You know what I mean? We don't uplift our kids enough. We don't put the leadership skills in them enough. You know what I mean? And you ain't going to, I'm a dad. I wish, I could have fixed some of those things. You can't. But nobody can never say I didn't try, right? The only thing you can do is try and hope your kid get it. Same with other parents. I don't blame parents. People be blaming parents. I don't blame because I don't know the situation. I know my kids, one or two of them, you ain't been that. But you still acting this way, right? But you wasn't raised that way.
Yeah.
Some of these kids ain't raised that way, so we can't always look at the parent. But to me, that's where the leadership come in. Because who you hanging around? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? What are we teaching them? We're failing in some areas. And I hate it because every kid lost. I don't look to point the finger at nobody. I look at in that mirror and say, damn, I have rough nights sleeping, man. Like people think, let me tell you something, because I know we about to wrap it up, but being a leader is hard. You understand that?
Who?
Because I don't have nobody to go to but me at the end of the night. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
You have to put those thoughts. You the leader. You gotta sit there and think about what's next. Like how can we do this? You know what I mean? That pressure falls on you. It don't fall on everybody else. I told my kids, the one I'm training now, understand something. If you isn't the person that can't be alone, you're not ready.
That's a fact.
Because being a leader is one of the loneliest feelings in the world.
Oh yeah,
it is.
Man, that's cool. Man, I enjoyed talking to you, brother. You know, and
well, we went everywhere with it though.
Yeah, but still, that my prayers are for you and your organization and your family.
Right.
And that you persevere.
I mean, you
maintain, keep on pushing it.
Hey man, every day we wake up, it's a win.
I was gonna sign off with a little old poem. I remember I had to.
You about to do a poem?
Yeah.
Everybody stand up.
No. You sit down. It's called "See It Through" by William Ernest Henley.
All right, I'm listening.
It said, "When you're up against a trouble meter, squarely face to face, lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace.
Yeah.
When it's vain to try to dodge it, in spite of all that you can do, running from it will not save you. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim. But don't let your nerves desert you. Keep yourself in fight and trim. You may fail, but fall still fighting. Don't give up whatever you do. Eyes front, head high to the finish. See it through. Even hope may seem but futile when with trouble you beset. Just remember you're facing just what other men have met. You may fail, but fall still fighting. Don't give up whatever you do. Eyes front, head high to the finish. See it through.
Who wrote that?
William Ernest Henley, 1856.
1856?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got all this purple and gold on, and it was for a reason. I had to play it. I pledged in this organization.
Yeah.
And 44 years ago, I would got my ass whooped if I didn't say it right.
So you said it right?
Yeah, I memorized that stuff, man. We had to, bro.
Man.
Don't
I was
stop.
pledging in some other stuff.
It's good.
I was pledging in some other stuff, man. Damn it. We ain't have to learn no poem.
No, man, but still, I had to throw that off, man.
Nah, you good. You good.
Man,
Listen,
I just thank you, brother.
It's always,
thank you, man, from day one when we met. I just know it was
thought I was crazy.
No, you thought I was. So I guess we are both bumped in.
Nah, it's all love. Like I say, I want to see all the communities succeed. It's all love. You know what I mean? We just got to
give
keep
them
pushing.
the address to your place again, and if they want to send some funds or to help your organization or some in-kind, give them that.
Right. Well, they get 515-FOCUS, 2 S's at gmail.com. They can reach us there. They can reach us by putting in Focus Inc. on Facebook, or they could just put focus.org, I believe, on the internet. It'll all pop up if you put Focus in. We do enough, man. And to the community, just understand that all organizations, we're pushing. Like we're pushing. But we need you guys to push with us to create success in all communities.
Well, that's another episode.
All right, where the lunch at? I got lunch in here, right?
Y'all have a good one. Bye now.